Hey, I'm Hashem. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to tell you about this new light, the Zhiyun Cinepeer C100, which is a rather compact LED-based light that has that kind of tube form factor, but it's not like a traditional tube light in that it's a 100 watt light. It's a lot more powerful than a typical tube light. The C100 was sent to me by Zhiyun in exchange for mentioning it in a video. I actually decided to do more than just a mere mention because I was quite impressed with the light, but I didn't agree to show the video beforehand, and I was just going to be honest with my thoughts. So what I really find this kind of thing good for is when you're working in a cramped space, working indoor, and you want something compact, whether you're trying to light a small set or product photography or inside of a car or videography, whatever it could be, where you need that power, but you can't afford the space to lay out a big light modifier, a softbox, or an umbrella, or whatever it might be. When I'm working at the desk, sometimes doing live streams or recording quick segments where I'm talking to the camera, I can't really afford the space, especially as I've changed my desk setup and added more gear. I can't afford the space to put up a softbox, or it's just too much hassle sometimes to try and squeeze it in and mess around with that. But I need a powerful enough light. With this being 100 watt, it's so powerful that I can use it at, this is it at 1% right now, but I can use it at, let's say, 10 or 20%. And because it's battery operated, I don't have to worry about the battery running out for hours at that power level. And the great thing is I can hard power it with the included DC adapter so that if I am recording for long sessions or doing a long live stream, whatever it might be, I have that versatility, I have the option. And one of the most versatile things, in my opinion, is just the ease with which it mounts onto this little clamp system that you can just put wherever you like, really. So I have a stand behind the back of the desk if I'm doing live streams or recording something like that. And it's just quick and easy to mount it onto a normal tripod mount or a C-stand, whatever you want to attach it to. So whether using it in a tight space as your main light, you can use the included barn doors. I sometimes attach the diffuser onto it, which will soften the light even more. But with these barn doors, you can spread it and kind of control the light output. But it's nice to have the option for that diffuser. And they even include a nice little grid if you're doing something different, like maybe product photography or really trying to control where you have that light falling. But yeah, beyond using it as a main light, I could use it as a secondary. So yeah, currently I have a big softbox as my main light, but if I wanted a little bit of fill just to kind of, use the barn doors to control filling in some shadows. It is fully color temperature controllable. It has a Bluetooth app if you want to control everything. So let's say I wanted to throw a bit of warm light on the background, on the bookcase there, it would be good for something like that. So just to see what it is with and without it. Another thing you could do, of course, is use it like a lot of people use a tube light just as a background one there. It adds to that versatility. So let's take a break from all that and show you what comes in the package with the Zhiyun Cinepeer C100. This thing looks more like some kind of space device or flux capacitor than it does a tube light. The Cinepeer C100 comes in two package options, the standard package for $299 US and the combo package for $399 US. So when going with the combo package, you'll get that light clamp I mentioned earlier, the AC power adapter, and the grid. So you may not need these extra things because you can still use the standard tripod mounts on the end or find other ways to rig it up. Same with the power adapter if you're just happy using power delivery via USB-C, and the grid might be something that not everyone needs. So it's nice to have the option if you think you'll need those extra items. For me, I think that AC power block is something that I would find handy, as well as the grid and light clamp, so I would definitely recommend the combo package. So as you can see, the inclusions are quite good. The build quality is really amazing. I was really impressed. Just that form factor with the heat sinks and the fans, which I've never really heard. But yeah, the app is also another nice addition. It's quite easy to change whether it's your RGB color modes or just using the regular brightness control, or you can group up. You can buy a little adapter to create a set and link them all together. But yeah, I can't understate how powerful it is just on its own at 100 watts. I mean, the softbox I'm using is a 60 watt light. So yeah, just to demonstrate, this is just 1% power, but I'm going to cycle into 50 and 100% just to show you how bright it gets. So that's 50% and this is 100, which is quite blinding. And yeah, but if I did want to use it as a key light and add some diffusion in front of it, it's still going to be more compact than a softbox. I could just throw one of those diffusers that comes with those 5-in-1 reflector sets, but Just to show you, I'm gonna switch to a cut where I'm gonna swap out the softbox for the Cine Peer with a similarly sized diffuser in front of it, and then I'll cut back to this. And back to the softbox. So as you can see, you can soften it quite a bit if you want. It may not necessarily be the first recommendation for a key light, but it does have that capability if you want it to, because it can crank that power way up. I mean, for something like product photography, I probably wouldn't be using this anywhere past like 10 or 15%. Now, going over some downsides, the first would have to be the price. It does sit at that premium price point, but it's justified and to be expected given the light output, quality, and value for money with this kind of light. And it's also competitive with similar options on the market. In saying that, it would have been nice if the clamp was included with both versions by default, or if you could just customize the exact options you wanted, because I think that clamp is quite useful. The next thing that I could think of is just the weight. It is a little bit heavy in the hand, but again, it's to be expected given the huge battery life, the build quality, and the amount of light output you get from the C100. So they've really created something quite revolutionary here that I wouldn't even quite call a tube light, because it does go way beyond the typical power of a tube light. It has that extra functionality through the barn doors, the included diffuser, the grid that you can get in that combo with the clamp mounting system, the Bluetooth control. So yeah, it's just a nice little addition to have in the toolkit that you can use for whether it's your videos, for photography. There's so many uses. I'm going to keep experimenting with it. I've already done some stuff where I've been shooting film and did some self-portraits, but I'd need enough power to shoot some film because it was a dark area. So I think a light like this Cine Peer C100 will have a lot of uses beyond just what I've mentioned here, especially when you're working in a tight space. But yeah, I'm impressed by the C100. I'm looking forward to finding more ways to use it and showing it in some more future content, both here and on my other channel. It'll be quite handy for a lot of things. I can already foresee that. And if you are interested in one, I'll also put some purchase links in the description for both the Zhiyun web store and for Amazon in case you prefer that. And they are affiliate links, just so you know. I get a little bit of a kickback if you do use them. But I've also been able to put in a discount code for 10% if you do want to grab yourself one of these. So I want to thank Zhiyun for reaching out and sending me their new light to try out. I'm really quite impressed, and hopefully this video was helpful to you if you're in the market or researching lights. Let me know if you have any other specific questions or things you'd like to see on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.